Now over here we will select our pen tool, let's say, and we will create one point over here, one point over here, by whole one point over here, one point over here, and let's close this over here. Now I'll select those rectangle selection tool again. I'll select this much portion. Let's move this over here. Select this. Let's move this over here. Select this, and let's try to move this over here. Let's select these points and press T for scaling and scale it downwards. Then select this point, press T, and let's scale this downwards like this. So I'll get this kind of splines. So now hit Ctrl A to select all of them, right click, and then we will get this option known as chamfer. So simply click on it. This is basically bevel type of thing, but for the plane, I mean the what we call this splines. And now after selecting that, I'm going to increase it the radius, and you can increase that radius from here also, so you will get this kind of structure. Okay, so this is for this. Now select your live selection tool, and let's select this and select your points, and select rectangle selection, select this, and let's move this over here. Let's select this and let's move this over here. Okay, and let's try to move this somewhere around over here. Okay, now we will bring our cloner over here. Select this cube and move inside this cloner. Now select this cloner, go to the object, and instead of mode linear, I'm going to choose object mode, and in object mode I'm going to bring my spline. So as you guys can see, we will get a little bit weird thing over here. So go to the transform, and let's try to rotate it on proper axis. So I'll rotate it like this, or let's make it -90 like this. So if you see, they are actually distributing around this spline. So let's select this cube, press T for scaling, and scale it at a little bit small size. Let's see, I think let's reduce it a little bit. Yeah, this much size is okay, but if you see, the distribution is quite weird over here. So I want proper distribution. So let's select this cloner, go to the object, and distribution is count. Now let's choose even. So now they are evenly distributed on this plane, and let's increase the counts, so we will get this kind of thing. Now select this, or instead of that, select this spline. With the help of this spline, you can move it wherever you want. So let's go to the front view, and let's try to move this over here properly. Over here, let's try to bring this downwards. Yeah, and let's select this cloner, and let's increase the numbers, so it will cover this entire belt. So if you see, we will get something like this. And if you think this is quite a huge structure, so simply go to the point, select rectangle selection, select those points, and you can adjust the size whenever you want, like this. Okay, okay, this looks good to me. Now after that, let's select those things, and let's decrease the little bit counting. Let's say 55, sorry, 55. Now I'll select my cylinder like this. Let's move this over here, press R for rotation, and rotate it like this. Okay, let's go to the front view and select this and move this over here like this. And let's go to the right view, press E, and let's move this over here. Let's increase the size like this. Okay, so this is going to be act like my wheel. Okay, and let's try to move this over here. Select the cylinder, and let's decrease the rotational segments to 30, and make this object editable. Now select this, press UL to select loop selection tools, and select this loop. Then right click and choose inner extrude, and extrude this inwards like this. Then right click and choose extrude, then extrude this inwards again like this. Then select this, press UL again, and select this face, and by holding shift I'll select this face. Then right click and choose inner extrude again, and extrude this inwards. then right click and choose extrude again and extrude this inwards again. So now if you see, you will get this kind of structure over here. Now if you want, then you can select this line, you can select those points and select rectangle selection tool. Let's select this and let's move this thing over here so you can properly adjust around with this thing like this. Okay, now after that select those cylinder, and by holding control I'll move this over here. Okay, so let's go to this right view, select all of them and let's try to move them over here and move them over here like this. Now let's select this cube and decrease the size from here and decrease the size from here, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, so it will look like they are connected with each other. Okay, this looks good. Again, by holding control, create one duplicate and press R for rotation and rotate it like this. Okay, press E and let's decrease the size from here and move this from here to here like this. Okay, so now it will look like they are connected. Okay, so this is for one. If you hit Control R, your results will get something like this. Now after that, all of this is one thing, so let's select all of them including this spline. Select all of them, press hold Alt G and let's call it as wheel 1, and by holding control we will create duplicate of this entire wheel and we will try to move this over here, and we will select this cube and we will simply move this over here. So there is going to be the connection between these two like this. So if you see, we will get this kind of structure, and try to adjust them properly, I mean at equal distance to each other. Okay, so according to me right now they are properly at equal distance like this. And now if you hit Control R for render, you will get this kind of render thing over here. So this is how you can create models in Cinema 4D. Now in the next lecture we will add lights to it and we will set up this scene properly.